to Loveable AF. I'm Grateful Sherry. So, unsolicited advice. Have you been guilty of handing it out or accused of doing that? I have. I'm fully raising my hand here, you guys. I totally am guilty of giving unsolicited advice. And I will be real with you guys, it does not come from an ugly place. It literally comes from this deep, deep drive, this deep, deep calling I have that is always knocking on my heart, my head, and in my intuition all the time telling me, you are meant to help people. You are meant to make a difference. You are supposed to be helping people. And so what I was finding is, as I was focusing all of my time and energy and like all of that stuff on my relationship, it would be like unsolicited advice would just eke out because I needed to help people. I was like, I've got to help people. And so people would talk to me, and just being the helpful sort I am, I would just be giving this unsolicited advice. Now, there were some people who loved it, and like I helped them make more money. I helped them move through stuff. I helped them be able to quit their jobs, like all kinds of stuff from my unsolicited advice. Now, imagine if this is you, if this is hitting you. Imagine if somebody's paying you to help them. Imagine if they're actually paying you and you literally can help them like they have requested that you help them. One, it's so much more powerful. You are able to help them on a different level than anything I've ever found. But two, you can stop giving unsolicited advice because let's be real, sometimes you give it and it backfires hard and it sucks really bad and people start to hate you. At least that's been my experience. Like some people like me and some people cannot stand me because I'm trying to be so helpful. And look, it does come from this really pure, joyous place if I want to help people. But some people don't want my help. They're not interested in it. They don't. So like, if you have been in this place of giving unsolicited advice, sometimes people get really angry. Sometimes, I mean, like literally I've had rifts with friends, with family members, and I started to tell the story of like, oh, you know what, I should just shut up. I should not be using my voice. I should not be trying to help people. And here's the thing, that was the wrong message. That was not correct. Like I definitely am here to make a difference and to help people, but I needed to start helping people who wanted my help. That was like a really big key. Like I needed to help people who wanted my help, who I had permission to help. No more unsolicited advice. And I'm being 100% real. Occasionally it still ekes out. Like, oops, I want to like reel it back in. Because believe it or not, it actually has helped some people. But the reality is, for the most part, when you don't have that permission to do it, it doesn't really make a big enough difference over there. It doesn't really make that big of a difference. So if you guys are like, yeah, I get all of that and I want to do that. If you're still in this place where you're still figuring out how can you help people, how can you get your message out there, how can you really tune into your calling, and you're ready, like you're like, okay, yeah, I'm ready to stop giving unsolicited advice. I am ready to step into where it is I need to go and who it is I am. And remember that, right? Then the very best place I know for you is the Loveable as Fuck Circle. I have spots open right now, and it's going to be literally uncovering your power, all the things. No more obsessing out there. We are obsessing over here with us. What do we want? How do we want our lives to look? How do we want to be showing up on a daily basis? How do we want to be in our relationships? How do we want our relationships to be for us? How do we want the world to treat us? Like, we are talking underneath stuff, all of that. And so that you can step fully into your calling, so that you're actually helping people who want your help, who are looking for your help. And I can tell you, when you start doing that, it's miraculous. So one of my clients that I worked with, sitting literally in a single session, he was like around $34,000 in sales. And by the next month, he jumped to $75,000 in sales. But why did he do that? Because I had permission to help him. It was not unsolicited advice. It was literally, he was looking for it. I gave him the action steps. He went out there, did it, and boom. So amazing things can happen, and you can be using your gifts in the way that feels amazing and freeing and like just letting it all out. Whew, you know? So if that's for you, get with me. I'll put a link underneath here. You can check that page out. You can message me, whatever. And in case nobody has told you yet today, you are lovable as fuck just the way you are, and I'll see you tomorrow.